guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Dana Banana. Today I am doing a full face using my current high-end favorites. So yeah, if you want to see what my current favorite high-end products are and how I apply them to my face, I guess, yeah, then just keep on watching. I did my eyeshadow already because I have given y'all a million looks using this palette and I don't want y'all to get sick of it or of me. But I used the Be Perfect Stacey Marie Carnival palette to get this look right here. And I used my P. Louise base to prime. These are my two high-end favorites. And I was supposed to do my eyeliner on camera and I completely forgot. I was just like in the groove of doing my makeup and I just kept going and I was like, sure, I need to stop and film. But I used the Tarte Maneater. This is my absolute favorite eyeliner. Actually, I have two high-end favorite eyeliners and they're both Tarte. It's this one and then the double-ended one. It has the pencil on one side and then the brush on the other side, and these two are the blackest eyeliners that you can get, in my opinion. I can't pick a favorite out of these. I just kind of chose to use the Maneater today. I did not use any high-end brow products. Honestly, I find no need for them. I have a couple, like I have all of the Anastasia Beverly Hills brow products. I have some Benefit ones. If you do absolutely want more high-end, I do suggest the Benefit ones. I really like their brow products. But my favorite is the Kokie brow pomade gel. This is a dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hills pomade. Just wanted to throw that out there. I absolutely love this stuff. I use it on the regular. Okay, let's start putting stuff on my face now. So for primer, my favorite is the Huda Beauty Complexion Perfection Pre-Makeup Base. I just tried this for the first time in my Get Ready With Me and my bestie. We both bought this and tried it out. This is a moisturizing makeup base and this is probably my favorite primer I have ever used. I've never really used many of Huda's products. Huda, am I saying it right? But I saw it at Sephora. I saw her brand at Sephora and I was like, let me try this out. And I have not been using anything else. Like even I love my drugstore primers, but this primer for my dry skin is amazing and it makes my makeup last all day. I am just obsessing over it. And it does, I don't know if you watched my Get Ready With Me and my bestie, in it she was saying it smelled like gingerbread and it really does kind of have a slight cinnamon scent to it. It's actually really nice. But if you are like my mom, if she smells cinnamon like a tiny bit, she wants to throw up. If you're like that, I don't suggest this. But it's moisturizing, but it also gives a nice sticky base. And I just feel like I've used so many foundations over it and every single one I use looks amazing. I am able to use my NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop, which I rarely use because it's kind of drying. But whenever I use it over this primer, perfection. Freaking love this primer. For foundation, this is one I'm excited to talk about. I don't know, I may have mentioned it on Twitter. I don't know if I've ever used this in a video, not 100% sure. This is the Too Faced Do You Full Coverage foundation. I think this is the Tutti Frutti line. I don't know, but it says long wearing, dewy finish, hydrating, and brightening, and it does all of those. The coverage is absolutely beautiful, and the only reason I haven't been using it is because I got a shade too dark, but now I have been self-tanning and it's perfect. It's my perfect shade, so I just need to keep self-tanning because honestly, I just feel better about myself when I'm self-tanning. Like everything's just better. I'm using my sponge. This is not a high-end sponge, it's my e.l.f. sponge, which is like my favorite sponge in the whole world. The last time I wore this foundation, I went to Ulta, and every single worker in there asked me what foundation I had on. And I have used it with other primers too. Like I was using it before I got this Huda one and still looked great. Now I cannot say, I'm not sure how good this would be on oily skin. I just feel like you might get too oily using it. I don't know. If you have oily skin and you've tried this, comment down below how your experience was. But if you do have dry skin, I do feel like this is perfect, like since it's getting cold outside, at least here in the States. If you get dry skin in the winter and you're looking for a good dewy full coverage foundation, this is incredible. Now it does have a banana scent to it. Everything I'm using today has a scent to it, but it doesn't bother me. I actually really like the smell. Dana Banana, you know? Alright, for a concealer, I know I have not talked about this before. I got this like last week and I've been using it every day since. This is the Lorac, I don't know how to describe this, but it's this Lorac concealer. It's the one that you push the bottom up and it comes up. It's like a stick concealer. Whenever I bought it because it said poreless, like it was like a perfecting one, because you know Lorac has like a whole perfecting line. I guess this is part of it. And I'm sure this has been out for a really long time. I've seen it before. I don't know. I don't know what made me pick it up. I was just kind of browsing around. I did not need a new concealer. I still love the Tarte Creaseless. I love the Urban Decay All Nighter. It's super full coverage. But I was just like, let me try this out. And then I ended up really, really liking it. It's not heavy at all. Feels amazing. It's brightening. It's got nice coverage. It's super easy to blend out. And it does not make my pores look any worse than they are. I don't know. I think I like it just because it's so easy to use and it just also looks really, really nice on my skin. And it's not drying at all. That's the only bad thing. That's the only thing I don't like about the Urban Decay All Nighter is if you have super dry skin, it's not the greatest because it is so full coverage and it's super drying. I am loving this Lorac one. I feel like Lorac is an underrated brand. Like I know some people use it, but I don't feel like it's talked about that often. And every time I get like, especially their complexion products, I have a foundation of theirs that I really like. They've got some really good stuff. This is the setting powder I've been using. I haven't talked about it I've been doing so many drugstore videos and like affordable products that I haven't really been paying much attention to my more high-end ones, but this is one I'm in love with. It is the Too Faced Primed and Poreless. It's a setting powder, but it's a compact powder and it's like translucent. But I still, even though it's compact, I still use a sponge and pat it over my concealer. And the reason I started doing this, like using a sponge with compact powders, is because I tried this once with my Koki contour palette. I really like the setting powders in here, but I don't like using a brush with them. So I started trying it with a sponge and I actually really liked the way it, the like end result was. So I started using dry sponges to apply these setting powders just over my concealer. For my all over setting powder, I still use a brush, but I do this and I love it. And I wipe it away with a brush. Like so. Oh, and there is no flashback with this, by the way. So all of that is set. I don't know. I have not heard anything about this powder. This powder or the Lorac Concealer, maybe I'm just not paying attention. I really don't have time to watch YouTube like I used to, and I've just never seen anybody talk about this. I am a fan of the Too Faced Born This Way setting powder. I really like that, but I actually prefer this compact one. For all over my face, my favorite setting powder is the Makeup Forever Pro Finish. Now, I actually went to get a new one today, but they didn't have my shade, so I'm still using this one that I desperately need a refill on, and this is the shade 163. You can tell I really need some more. That's how you know I love it. I had stopped using this because it was too dark, as a lot of my products, and then whenever I self-tanned, I was like, oh, I haven't used this in a while, well, let me start using it again. And I was like, wow, I really like this a lot. I forgot how much I liked it. It's not too heavy, and it's definitely not too drying, and I just feel like in my T-zone, like I get pretty shiny right here on my forehead, but I'm dry like everywhere else. So it keeps that part not shiny, and then it just sets everything, but without like hardcore drying it out. Okay, I'm going to, just to kind of set in all the powders, this is not high end. This is my Hard Candy Hydrating Primer Mist. I've been loving this, so I'm just going to spray this on to kind of like the powders. I don't know, I can't think of the word right now. And then once it dries, I'll be right back to finish the rest of my face. And now that that's all set in, we'll do bronzer. Now, honestly, I don't have a favorite, I guess I do. Whenever it comes to a high-end bronzer, I reach for my Anastasia Beverly Hills powder bronzer in Rich Amber. But honestly, I'm so obsessed with my butter bronzer and my Kokie bronzer that I use a lot. But when it comes to high-end, this is the one I like. And I can kind of only use this when I am self-tan because it's a little dark for when I'm kind of pale. I'm just going to pat it in and then use a fluffier brush to blend it out. For blush, I am using my Sigma Core de Rosa blush. I've been using this like every single day. And actually, even though I don't really like Morphe brushes, I've been using this Morphe M510 brush because I like the way it applies this brush. But you know, the other day I was using it and one of the freaking bristles got in my eye, and it scratched my eye, and I had a scratch on my eye for like 2 days because of this brush. And look who's still using it. I like it to apply my blush, but I need to find one from a different brand that does not shed. Like, my dog doesn't even shed. I don't need my brushes to. Let's wipe this away so I don't forget. For highlighter, this is one, okay, I never thought I would stray away from my butter highlighter from Physicians Formula, but I honestly, I swatched this like multiple times. Every time I would go to Sephora, they had it at the counter and I kept swatching it, and every time I fell in love with it. So I was like, okay, I just need to get it. It's the Becca Opal highlighter. It's like the breast cancer awareness one. Like, got the pink chrome kind of look, and then it has the ribbon I don't know if you could still see it, but it was on there. It is a stunning highlighter. I love it. My highlighter, my favorite highlighter brush right now, I mentioned it in one of my other videos, is the Ulta Beauty tapered highlighter brush. This one right here. And this is without wetting the brush. Normally I wet my brush for highlighter because of my dry skin. There's no need with this highlighter. It's absolutely incredible. Okay, calm down. Oh, I can't forget mascara. Okay, this is what I'm excited about. I think I talked about it on Instagram, but I didn't really go into detail. I was looking for a new mascara. I didn't care if it was high-end or drugstore. I was just looking for a new one that was super black. Just did something for my eyelashes because nothing ever, I have little to no eyelashes. So I got a sample of the Lancôme Monsieur Big mascara, and I fell in love with it. So I bought the full size, but I bought it in waterproof because we all know my eyes are like a waterfall. So I bought this and I'm still absolutely in love with it. It's super black. This is extremely waterproof. So if you don't like ones that are, it's kind of hard to take off, but that doesn't bother me at all. But I fell in love with the regular one too. So I still actually use this sample. I think I might buy the regular one too, just so I can have both, because this is like my new #1 mascara. I am absolutely in love with it. I've never used a mascara like this. I've never even really used Lancôme makeup. I don't know why. It's just, I don't know. And impressed. I love this stuff so much. I found myself wearing, like, whenever I was going for, like, if I'm in a hurry or something and I just want to wear, like, just my regular makeup, no eyeshadow, no lashes, I never go without false lashes. And with this, it's like, okay, I have short lashes. Nothing is going to make them look super long, but this is the first mascara I've ever used that I'm like, whenever I put it on with no other makeup on, I'm like, okay, this actually makes my lashes look good for them being almost non-existent. Okay, now that I've got too much bronzer on, too much highlighter, let's finish this video. For lips, I am using the Urban Decay Hi-Fi Shine in SPL. I tried this for the first time in one of my recent videos and I'm obsessed with it. It's minty, it's pretty, it's got like a pink tint to it, it's kind of iridescent. It's everything. I've really been into gloss lately. I am still a matte queen, love matte everything, but with all these dramatic looks I've been doing, I kind of just prefer like a glossy look, like a no color really to it. Like I like this because it has a very light pink tint to it. But isn't anything crazy? Okay guys, that is all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if we have any of the same high-end favorites. Oh, I bought the new James Charles Morphe palette. We'll see how I like that. Kind of nervous because, you know, my last Morphe incident was not that grand. So yeah, but should be getting it soon. So stay tuned for that. I love you guys so much. Bye! My bad.